Howdy, my name is Ashley. This is my second interviewee.
My name is Harrison.
We'll be doing part one today. So, starting off, which piece of mass media, film, TV show, song, musician, etc., has had the biggest influence on your perception of class?
I think a lot of TV shows and really what gets published throughout television and shows and movies that are produced have a lot to do with the perception of class, because people will notice how others live, and that'll kind of portray their view on what that sort of lifestyle is like.
So how is this? Do you have like a specific piece of mass media that's like affected you, like specifically, like something kind of specific or no? Stop your head.
What was that?
Like you have a specific piece of mass media that has affected you, like specifically affected your identity.
Affected me. I mean, specifically, I wouldn't say nothing too specifically. I mean, I think, like I said, I think the television has a lot to do with it and what you see, based off of movies from movies, TV shows from previous generations and from our generation. I think people today can see how money was back then versus money now. And I think it has a lot to do with how people live nowadays. And it really just affects the way people act, live, and really just go about everyday life.
So a lot of movies, especially like early 2000s, before that, it depicted like a normal family as like a father that brings in the money and a mother that stays at home with the kids. Do you think that is hurtful to like show that these like class rules are like, ingrained in our heads at like such a young age? Do you think that's hurtful, or do you think it's okay?
I think it really depends on the people that you're surrounded with. And I think it shows who you want to be yourself, because there are some women in the world who want to do great things and make new inventions and create really life-changing things. And then there are some women in the world who just want to, the only thing they want to do is be a mom. So I think it really just comes down to how maybe that person grew up, or something influenced that person in their lifetime to kind of dictate what they wanted to do with their future.
So moving on to number two, what piece of mass media, TV show, song, etc., has had the biggest influence on your perception of race?
I think within the last couple of years, the news has a lot to do with the way people portray race and racism, and what this person says is racist or what that person says is racist. I think the media has done a lot of justification to that, and really made it seem like, really put more of an emphasis on racism in today's world, and really tried to show the difference between your average African American person or your average white person.
So, do you feel like, so especially in the past, a lot of movies have depicted the white man as like the savior, and a lot of movies were like, oh, the white man will be helping like a black person or something like that, they'll be saving them, or white man will be helping Native Americans. So, like, depicting them as like not like a godlike race, but like a master race, or like better than them because the white man has to help them. So you're depicting them as like a lesser race. Do you think that has wrongfully like hurt you, or like hurt like just like people in general? Because if you depict this white man as like this better race, like these people, the white man needs to help every other race because they're not equal. They're like, how has that affected you, or do you think how does that affect other people?
It certainly affected me, being a white male and kind of being portrayed as that person that thinks that they're just automatically better because of the color of my skin.
Yeah.
But I also think it certainly has an effect on others, in the sense that they are being brought down, or they feel that they're being brought down by what's being portrayed in the show or the movie or whatever. And I think it has a lot to do with that person's confidence and that person's character, and it kind of puts them on the wrong path maybe, to believe that maybe they feel lesser of themselves, or the community as a whole feels lesser of themselves because of what is being portrayed. And I think that has a lot to do with today's society and everything that goes on with social media and national news and whatnot.
So do you feel like the mass media that you like, especially like news and stuff, like affected your interactions with others?
Personally, no. I mean, I see everybody as equal. Everybody has equal opportunity. I mean, I think it's the way you live your life and the people you surround yourself with really dictate, how you'll act in the future and what you're set to accomplish.
Moving on to the last big big question is, which piece of mass media, film, TV show, etc. again, has had the biggest influence on your perception of gender?
Like we talked about previously, I think TV shows, movies depict what a certain gender should look like and how they should act. And we both talked about how maybe back in 1900s, early 2000s, the woman was supposed to be a stay-at-home mom, cook the meals, do the laundry, clean the house, etc. And I think nowadays, especially with the updates in technology and whatnot in today's society, people and women specifically are portraying that they can do more, and that they are more than just stay-at-home moms, and because they're smarter than that. I mean, they think more critically, and really they're just they think the same as a man sometimes. So I think that they feel that they can do more, and they know they can do more, which is why in today's society I think women will feel more attacked when maybe seeing like there's a stay-at-home mom in a movie produced in 2023, because they'll feel like somebody is not directly, but they'll feel like kind of feel attacked in a sense, because it's 2023 and a mom is being shown as a stay-at-home mom in a movie or something.
Yeah. So kind of build off that is like the fact that in the past, like, superheroes have always been like Superman, Batman, all like super people have always been men, and like especially now, like the push to like gender equality, stuff like that. There's been more like women, superhuman people, like Superwoman and stuff like that. But they're almost depicted as like untouchable, like nothing could beat them. And do you think that's like an overcorrection, and like it's kind of like bad mass media that like we're depicting women as like these invincible kind of beings, especially like Marvel shows and stuff like that? Like, is it a bad overcorrection? I guess.
I mean, I would definitely say there is some overcorrection in it, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad, because at the end of the day, it's a supernatural movie, and none of it is true.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can't really say it's too much of an overperfection, because it's not real life. People die.
Yeah.
No matter what you are. But I do think that there has the increase in female superheroes or supervillains or whatnot has had a certain impact on the way females view themselves, and I think it has an impact on the way that they see themselves, and maybe women feel invincible whether they're doing something they like or something they care for, such as going to the gym.
All right, well, thank you for your time.